Chase, over here. Chase.
XO Chase, what song are you currently listening to?
Oh, nothing much. Just listen to Who Want the Smoke by Nardo Wick.
In the Big 2-5?
Yes, I just want to let people know I'm not playing any games. If you want to be serious with me, be serious with me.
Chase, I heard you grew up in a suburban neighborhood, the wealthiest and whitest kind. You are not like that. You are soft as butter. Get your back in the studio and get to working on these YouTube videos.
Who let this nigga as a reporter? Why is he talking to me like this? It is so great to be back making YouTube videos for y'all. I love it. I couldn't be away from y'all any more longer. It was driving me crazy. Now, earlier in my interview, as you've seen, I don't know why the interview was just way too rude, but I have to be honest. I'm not that type of guy to be listening to that. I'm more of a Leve or Claire. Yeah, performative. We drink the matcha tea. I don't even like matcha, to be honest. Or we wear quarter zip ups. You know what I'm saying? But good thing this video is not about me. I'm going to be talking about people in fiction, maybe just mainly anime, but some folks in fiction who are just on that type of timing. Smoke demons. So now my first topic, it was going to be somebody from Black Clover, but my problem is way too many of them niggas are actual enemies, bro. Enemies to my peace. They're enemies to anybody who want to live a peaceful life. They are reckless. They are fiends. They are demons by any chance. And if you want to give them smoke, they do not hesitate. I wanted to talk about Luck. I want to talk about Maye. I wanted to talk about so many people. So for the first time, I'm not going to just talk about a character. I'm talking about an entire group. The Black Bulls. The most rowdiest squad in the Clover Kingdom. These Section 8 motherfuckers do not care about your well-being or peace unless their name is Asta. Because every single one of them is looking for trouble. They want violence always. Now, not all of them are going to be appearing like Luck. Because Luck, 90 times out of 10 is looking for that fight. That 10% is when he went to the Spade Kingdom and seen something that he did not want to fuck with. But majority of the Black Bulls, if you bring trouble their way, they're reciprocating that energy times 10. If their house is coming down in flames, it don't matter. They running behind it. If the Clover Kingdom is coming down in flames, it doesn't matter. They're coming down behind it. If all of them are somehow reincarnated into elves, it doesn't matter. They're fighting that spirit and they're going behind it. Shoot, even Luck was still a smoke artist when he was an elf. I fully believe that Luck knew who he was at that time being. He still wanted to fight. It didn't matter if he was elf or not. He still wanted to fight. Magma, he walk it down. Asta, he walk it down. Now, let me not even talk about their leader, Yami, bro. He also walk it down. You do not want to generally mess with the Black Bull when it comes to something they truly love. Like I said, Luck fights all the time. He just wants to fight. But if you go out looking to fight any one of them or cause any trouble, they're walking you down 100%. Let's not forget what they did to Langris and how quick they pulled up on bro. Coldest anime introduction I've seen in a while. And while we're on the topic of Black Clover, I'm also going to bring in someone I did mention earlier, Maye, the sister of one of the other captains. I just cannot remember his name, but she walks it down. She goes 10 toes. I didn't even realize how strong she was until she pops up. I'm not gonna lie, every time she spoke, I felt like I was getting yelled at. That smoke was coming towards me and I didn't even do anything to her, but she was on timing 100%. Now, this next person on the list isn't on anime, but it comes from one of my favorite all-time series growing up as a child, and he's one of my favorite characters ever. So now let's look into the universe of Star Wars, where everyone is low-key peace-loving hippies as Jedis. They're taught to not use their emotions. They're really magical with that lightsaber, and they don't hesitate to strike you down. Now, what will happen if you give somebody with all of those abilities but let them use their emotions? Technically, yeah, you give people to the dark side, but more importantly, what's more scary is that they're able to utilize this while being a Jedi still. We're talking about Anakin Skywalker, the Darth Vader. Now, although Anakin Skywalker by his crimes alone is very evil, he is not a really evil person.
Stop the cap.
He's a very misguided and a very easy and manipulated person, to be honest. Now, one of the main reasons Anakin was so easily manipulated because he basically broke one of the main rules as a Jedi that you just cannot do. It's love. You are not allowed to love. Now, it seems very harsh, and yeah, it is pretty harsh. That's probably why the Jedi Order really failed. But it's for a reason that the Jedi Order didn't know how to let people use their emotions and made it use good. So now whenever they just suppress their emotions, now it just becomes twice as stronger as it is. And the main reason for Anakin is that he has somebody he loved. And let's be honest, if we all had a Natalie Portman in our life, we're crashing out the same way Anakin did. Even in the TV show The Clone Wars, when one of the dudes trying to kiss them all on Padme, bro, and Anakin found out, he said, I don't know why this one dude genuinely wanted to ask a war vet who is 6'3", 210 pounds with a metal arm, put the lightsaber down, let's fight. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd rather you strike me down with your lightsaber or force, like use the force on me. I'm not fighting you, nigga. And then you see in the clip how he's genuinely dogging himself. Anakin said, it would be my pleasure. He had fun doing that shit. I don't want to drag this on too long about Anakin Skywalker, but I do also want to talk about Darth Vader. Darth Vader is probably 5 times as more heinous Anakin Skywalker ever was. We've all seen that scene in Rogue One when they were trapped in that one little hallway with Darth Vader. Also, I'm currently playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor right now, and spoilers right here. Skip to here if you do not want to hear spoilers for that game. But one of the boss fights, you do have to fight Darth Vader. And I'm not gonna lie, I was piecing the nigga up a little bit until he pulled out like this, and oh my gosh, why is he overfarming me, nigga? I'm going to die. The next character on this list, I'm throwing it very old school for my anime lovers, and I haven't really seen this part of the anime, but I really need to get on my ball because come on, who doesn't know Dragon Ball Z at this point? Dragon Ball Z is the most iconic, influential piece of media to date. Every single person who knows media knows what Dragon Ball is. If you watch anime or not, it really doesn't matter. And all I can say is, who drew the idea of Kid Buu? Kid Buu is just Black Force energy personified. Like, I don't understand the concept of beating everybody in a tournament, then decided to go into the afterlife where you kill, and then decided to go kill them again for the love of the game. Why? Do not put me into the Dragon Ball universe. I don't even care what part of the Dragon Ball universe I'm in. I don't care if I'm in the OG. I don't care if I'm in the Saiyan Saga, the Namek Saga, the Cell Saga, the Buu Saga. I don't care what saga I'm in. Do not drop me in that verse. Before I get into the next anime, I just want to stop by and say thank you so much for the support lately. I love all the comments and the likes that I've been seeing in my past videos. And I just want to ask, if you really like the videos and you want to see more, please subscribe and like. It gives me a lot of motivation to keep on pushing, to know that people who like the content I push out. Thank you. Now, back in 2021, you know, we were coming off through the quarantine era or whatnot. TikTok and anime was definitely in their prime. And when I think about those two, you really just only can think about any talk. Now, so many animes really come into that list when you think about any talk. You really got Demon Slayer, you got Naruto slander, you got One Piece slander, you got My Hero Academia slander. I will have a slander video coming out soon.
Stop the cap.
We have so many other animes, but one anime that really lived rent-free in so many people's head that we don't even talk about anymore. Tokyo Revengers was really that anime, and it's a perfect placement for the end of this video, because what do you mean there are people, or not even people, children over the age of 10, under the age of 16, who are just Black Force energy? What do you mean this guy is 12 years old? He's carrying a glove. Where did he get the gun from? I can do this like the Black Clover part, where I just give out an entire group, but this time I'm not going to do just a gang. I really just want to pinpoint on one person. it would really be helpful if this man was just Samoan. Because why is he just, do you need that type of person? Taiju Shiba is really a terrible person to just look at. If you just know the backstory of how he used to just beat on his siblings whenever things weren't done the way he did, and his first ever real appearance was him jotting down a hallway or alleyway just to kick this nigga in the face, bro. I don't even like hate the bro for crying all the time, because if a nigga just came out the alleyway and just kicked me in my shit just like that, I ain't gonna lie, I'm crying too, bro. I don't want to be here anymore.
That's fucked up what they be doing to y'all.
Not to mention the fact that at that point in time in the series, he had the most rowdiest and dangerous gang in the entirety of Tokyo, and every single body was riding behind him. They were all laughing, they were all calling them names, they were all doing this and that to Takemichi and everybody else. The minute Taiju steps into the frame, they don't talk no more. They don't want to talk anymore because of what this nigga can really do. And then all the times in the church scene where he's just basically relentlessly beating everybody. It doesn't matter if you were what, it don't matter if you're a sister, it don't matter if you're a brother, it doesn't matter if you're a gang rival. You're gonna get the paws in the hands though. Until you know Mikey just happened, you know. Now that's gonna be all for today's video. I'm so glad to just be back. It feels so refreshing. All the ideas coming to my mind, it just feels amazing. And I thank you so much for the support and being behind me, because I have checked up on my video and I wasn't really expecting the views it would get, but y'all are really right behind me, and I really appreciate that. And I'll see y'all guys in the next video. I love y'all. Peace.